and I'm going to go through my presentation. And what are we covering? We're going to cover digestive issues, digestive system, going to give you guys an overview of the digestive system. Then I'm going to give you guys a detox protocol that I've been using over 5 years. I've taught the same protocol to my own family members, as well as hundreds of people all around the world how to get this done. Now, we're going to talk about liabilities concerns next. Many people, you're struggling with chronic constipation, but you don't know how to fix it. So you just let it sit on the back burner. You don't think it's a big deal. Well, I'm going to share a lot of liabilities concerns. Next, we're going to talk about internal parasites. I'm going to detox internal parasites, give you protocols out there. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about liver health and also kidney health. There are many different things we want to learn when it comes to our own personal health in 2025. You got to get our stuff in gear because you may have a lot of goals in 2025 and beyond, but you got to have vibrant health to achieve all your goals. Back in 2015, 10 years ago, I was struggling on that left picture. Even though I was going to the gym all the time, I was putting the work in. I had workout plans. I was doing my best to eat right. I had a lot of digestive problems every single year. And this is me back in 2024. I have six-pack abs all year round without doing that much work. So I'm going to show you how to get that done. All right. First, you want to understand how your digestive system works. It's a very long piece of pipework. We all have the same pipework. I don't care who you are, what you do, your religious beliefs or political ideologies, none of that stuff matters. We're talking about human physiology, which is categorically the same. Food enters your mouth, down the esophagus, into your stomach. Inside your stomach, you have your digestive enzymes breaking down the food, and over time, food will enter your small intestines next for nutrient absorption. The small intestines is 4.5 meters, or roughly 15 feet, followed by your large intestines, which is another 1.5 meters, or 5 feet in length. This is a very long piece of pipework. Over here, this is chronic constipation. Chronic constipation is when you have a lot of waste material sitting inside of you. You cannot get that waste material out of your body. You need to go from the picture on the left to the picture on the right. Clear all that waste material out of your body. This is another way for you to understand your digestive system with a simple diagram. This is the alimentary canal. Food enters your mouth, down the esophagus, into your stomach. Once again, digestive enzymes breaking down the food. And then food will enter your small intestines next for nutrient absorption. This is the 4.5 meters or 15 feet, followed by the large intestines, another 1.5 meters, another 5 feet in length. This is the feces formation, and out the back for elimination. So, small intestines 4.5 meters, large intestines 1.5 meters. Total, your digestive system is 20 feet long, or roughly 6 meters. What goes in through your mouth must exit out the back as waste elimination. Many people cannot get this done. That's why they're carrying over the waste material from 2024 into 2025. Now, give you guys a little bit of perspective from that floor to the basketball rim. It's 10 feet off the floor, or roughly 3 meters. Now, the combined length of your small and large intestines is like having 2 NBA hoops stacked on top of one another. So this is combined height of 20 feet, roughly 6 meters. This distance right here is the combined length of your small and large intestines combined. How do I know chronic constipation is a worldwide problem? People are searching on Google, searching on Bing, searching on Yahoo every single day. It's a very, very popular search keyword. So all over the world, people are searching for chronic constipation, and this volume is only increasing year over year. It doesn't matter what the stock market is doing, what the real estate is doing. There's going to be fluctuations, but this is a steady climb. Okay, it is undefeated. Not only are people searching for constipation relief in English, people are searching for it in Spanish, French, Korean, Chinese, Arabic, Farsi, Swedish, Norwegian, Vietnamese, Indonesian, I don't care where you are, where you're from. People are searching for this problem. There aren't that many great solutions that are out there. That's why people are searching for it. When your elimination is incomplete, residues of old feces, they just be building up in layers on the walls of the colon. As they putrefy, they can cause health problems, pain, and discomfort. Many people are experiencing this. They're not getting a proper exit or a complete exit of their waste material, their number 2. Now, what other things could you experience if you're dealing with chronic constipation? You could be dealing with bloating, gas, abdominal pain, rectal bleeding, hemorrhoids, anal fissures, impaction, discomfort and general malaise, urinary problems, psychological impact, changes in bowel habits. Now on the right hand side, I have some pictures of whole body deodorants. In 2025, we have whole body deodorants. We are dealing with chronic constipation. When you have that much waste material sitting inside of you, it's going to find a way to exude or ooze through the surface of your skin. So that's why people, doesn't matter if they're using the best cologne, they're using body wash, there's always something that is very faint, very, very repulsive about people because they smell. The struggle is very real. For many years of my life, I was that character on the left-hand side, struggling on the toilet. I'm huffing and puffing, begging and pleading, making deals with the Almighty, veins popping out the side of my temples. After all that work, what does he get? A whole lot of nothing. And at that time, I didn't know anything about human physiology. I was asking myself, where did all that food that is ate go? And I can eat a lot. Okay. Your house is a series of pipes, water in, water out. There are times, many of you probably could relate, that you have waste material that got trapped in the toilet bowl and it wouldn't flush down. And as you try to flush down, all that waste material is just backing out of the toilet. Well, that is an analogy of chronic constipation. If you can't get that waste material to leave into the sanitary sewer, your whole house is going to smell like feces. I'm going to teach you guys a very simple protocol that I've been using for over 5 years now. It's very simple, using all natural ingredients, how you can get the waste material out of your body. Over here on the right, you have an apple cider vinegar. Next, you have limes, lemons, or grapefruit. I highly recommend using grapefruit. Buy yourself some fine-grained pink salt. And also, black coffee is prepared separately. You guys can screenshot this photo. This is everything that you need to put together a detox kit that you can use time and time again. Now over here, on the right-hand side, we have a bottle of water. It's about 2 liters in volume. Next, you have a metal mesh strainer. Next, you have a single press squeezer for your limes, lemons, or grapefruit. Next, you have some measuring spoons, measuring cups. They must say the amount of milliliters on them. Over here, this is your apple cider vinegar, pink salt, fine-grained pink salt, or you could substitute with food-grade Epsom salt. Look for that online. You must make sure this is food-grade Epsom salt, not the stuff that you use for soaking purposes. Next, buy yourself a stainless steel thermos that has about a volume of 1 liter or more. Okay. These are stainless steel straws that you could use. And over here, this is another stainless steel cup for your black coffee, hot black coffee without any sugar or cream added. Now over here, I'm going to teach you guys how to mix everything in the stainless steel thermos. Okay. We want to prepare something called a self-flush protocol. Now you may find other protocols online. I highly recommend you guys to stick to my recipe. The specific proportions are important, and also the timing, also the way that you drink it are important. I want to maximize your success the very first time you try this, so you can eliminate all the waste material sitting inside of you. Now, nothing I share is professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. You guys have to discern this for yourself. Work with your doctor, naturopathic doctor, to see if this is the right protocol for you. Now, this is what we're going to do. The night before, you're going to finish dinner around 7:30 p.m. No late night snacks. You can still drink some liquids, water's okay, but you're not eating any late night snacks. Let's just say on a Saturday, you're going to do this protocol. On Friday night, finishing dinner around 7:30. On Saturday, next morning when you wake up, do not eat breakfast. You can still have some liquids, but you're not eating any breakfast. At 11 a.m. on an empty stomach, you want to make this in the stainless steel thermos. You're going to add 1 tablespoon and 2 teaspoons of pink salt or food grade Epsom salt. Okay? You're going to have 25 milliliters of salt total. You're going to cut and squeeze 3 lemons or limes or 1 grapefruit. You're going to cut it up, squeeze it through the single press squeezer, filter it through the metal mesh strainer. You want to just extract the juices. You don't want to have any seeds or pulp inside of the solution. Next, you're going to add a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Put it in the stainless steel thermos. You're going to add 2.5 cups of hot water and stir. You can stir very, very thoroughly, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Make sure that salt dissolves evenly in the stainless steel thermos. Then you're going to add another cup of hot water and stir. You're going to bring the solution up to about 1 liter in volume, 1000 cc. Now I'm going to teach you how to drink this down. On your table, there should only be 3 things. There's the bottled water. You're going to have the salt flush solution that you just prepared, that I've outlined, and the black coffee, hot black coffee, also prepared. Okay. Now I'm going to teach you how to drink it. Before you start drinking it, it may be a little bit too hot, so don't drink it right away. You can let it sit and just let it cool down a little bit. But you're not going to let it cool so much. It's got to be like, okay, when you start, you just order hot coffee, right? It's too hot, so you set it aside. But you don't let it cool completely. You just let it cool to a certain temperature you're comfortable with, and you start sipping it. That's what we want with the salt flush solution. I also want you guys to do a little bit of deep diaphragmatic breathing. It's very important you get into a very relaxed environment. This is not something you want to rush through. You may find other protocols online. They're telling you, oh, you should just rush this thing down. I do not recommend that. I want you guys to feel safe. Doesn't have to be Rachmaninoff. I listen to this on repeat. This is Rachmaninoff, Piano Concerto 2, Movement 2. I just play that Movement 2 on repeat. When you're doing diaphragmatic breathing, you can feel your stomach rise up and down. You're inhaling through the nose, and then you can feel your stomach rise up and down. That's what we want. Through this whole process, you're going to take a tiny sip of the bottled water, hold it in your mouth. You're going to coat your tongue and also your teeth a little bit. When you're taking a slightly bigger gulp of the salt flush solution, it's not going to shock your senses too much. Now, if you do not like the taste, you can use the stainless steel straw, okay, to help you avert that taste. Next, you're going to sip on that black coffee, and you're going to reward yourself with a familiar taste. So these directions are important. Sipping on the bottled water, hold it in your mouth. Take a bigger gulp of the salt flush solution, drinking it down. Then you're going to take a tiny sip of the black coffee, optional. Okay. But you're going to reward yourself with a familiar taste, so you can repeat these steps again and again and again. Your goal is to finish the salt flush solution first. You're not trying to drink the bottled water. Okay. You're taking a small gulp of the salt flush solution to begin with, but over time it's going to become bigger and bigger because you're getting used to this solution. Then you're only taking a tiny sip of the black coffee to reward yourself with a familiar taste. Do not try to drink the water and the salt flush solution together. That's way too much liquids. And you're going to dilute down the salt flush solution, so you may not have that laxative effect that we're looking for. Do not rush. You can take 45 minutes, 1 hour, hour and a half. If you feel like throwing up, don't do anything. Do not drink anything. Just relax and do something else until those feelings subside. Your goal is to finish the salt flush solution first. Okay? So just be relaxed, get into a deep diaphragmatic breathing, and if you feel like you're about to throw up, like your salt flush solution's already in esophagus, do nothing. Because when you first start drinking the solution, Your stomach doesn't even know what it is. You could be very anxious. That's why I'm telling y'all, deep diaphragmatic breathing, listen to some classical music, and also take your mind off of your results. You may see other people's testimonials and you're like, I want to achieve that. Your attachment to that outcome is going to give you stress. You want to just be, hey, I'm just pacing myself through this. There's no rush. Okay? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tool. Buy yourself a stool. Doesn't have to be the squatty potty. Human beings were designed to use the bathroom in a squatting position, not at a 90 degree. This modern toilet is what's causing a lot of colorectal problems, which I'll discuss later. But you want to look into this a little bit. Here are some milestones you can look into. These are poop milestones. So after you finish the soft flush solution, you're just being relaxed. And over time, it's a little bit different for everyone. Some people, maybe another half an hour. Some people, another 45 minutes. They have that unction to use the bathroom, so they go. You're going to see solids going to come out. And if nothing is coming out, don't ever strain. You should never be straining for any reason. Just relax, get back up again. You can pace yourself. You can walk around your house a little bit, do some light stretching, okay? But eventually, that waste material is going to first come out. Going to get that waste material from the colon to first exit. And over time, you'll notice that this waste material is going to become softer over time. It's going to become softer and softer. And over time, it's going to become really, really soft. When this happens, I want you guys to take the opportunity, take that bottle of water with you into the bathroom, strike while the iron is hot, and continue to drink from this bottled water. Now, when you're drinking it, you don't want to just drink the air along with it. You don't want to chug it. You want to pace yourself, drink it, and then you want to exhale the air through the nose. When you do that, you're not just drinking down both the water and the air, you're just drinking water. Let that peristalsis work, because right now, you're clearing out that whole pipe work, that 20 feet, that 6 meters. There's nothing in the way for this water to just rush through your small and large intestines. And what you're going to experience is torn brown water, lots of it. This is the release the Kraken slide, diarrhea tsunami. Most people, when they watch my presentation, they don't believe me. Listen, if you follow my directions to a T, I'm talking about, okay, you're going to have that fasting period, right? You're not eating anything after 7:30 p.m. The next morning when you wake up, no breakfast, and you follow my recipe to the T, and you're drinking it in the way I have outlined. And then you just be relaxed as possible, not a race. Don't give yourself any type of deadline. Don't tell your friends, I'm going to meet you at the coffee shop, make any plans. When you make plans like that, you're going to be very anxious, and this will not work. This is about being as relaxed as you possibly can, because we want to release the Kraken, get that waste material out of the small and large intestines. The smell of this material coming out is absolutely horrendous. You have to really warn yourself, family or loved ones in advance, or you just do this by yourself. Or you go to a hotel by yourself. All the food you've eaten all over the years. I don't care if it's McDonald's, Burger King, your favorite Taco Bell, all right, Bojangles, Old Country Buffet, Domino's Pizza, Costco food samples, Baskin Robbins ice cream. There's still remnants of it. Also the microplastics. If you drink out of a plastic bottle all the time, you're gonna get a lot of microplastics. And there's just a lot of microplastics in foods. You don't really know that's really real food. So all that stuff is coming out. Absolutely crazy. But over time, as you're putting this water down, the color should become lighter and lighter over time. It's going to be really dark initially, and over time it's going to be light brown, and then it's going to transition over to yellow. When that happens, you can just stop drinking the bottled water. Just relax, don't do anything, and take a shower if you like, but be very careful because you may have that urge to use the bathroom again. So you don't want to hurt yourself. Always have something to hold on to, okay? Don't trip over yourself. Another thing is, why did I tell you to use a stainless steel thermos? Or even the black coffee prepared in a stainless steel cup? Because you're going to be running to the bathroom multiple times. Very likely, you may be knocking things over. I don't want you to shatter anything. If you are shattering glass, now you're going to slip over this wet floor. Now you have glass stuck to your body going to the ER. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to avoid, because release the Kraken is no bullshit. That's what's going to happen if you follow my directions to a T. First thing you want to do is recoat back up your small and large intestine with probiotics. Many different products in the market. You have to find the winning combination for yourself. This is going to provide that microbiome, provide a protective layer over your stomach, small intestines, large intestines. Then you want to first put down electrolytes. This could be watermelon juice, pomegranate juice, grape juice, coconut water. If you just mix all these ingredients together, it's going to be a great tasting electrolyte juice. You want to replenish back up your sodium chloride, magnesium, potassium, calcium. You can even add a little bit of pink salt to it. I don't recommend drinking Gatorade or Powerade. They got way too much artificial flavoring and coloring, so don't be dealing with that. And when you first eat a meal, if you're not hungry, you don't have to eat anything right away. You can let your body rest. Because for most of our lives, we've only been eating all the time. 2-3 meals a day, 2-3 meals a day. We never give our digestive system any type of rest. And this allows the body to heal itself when you can just let it relax. But when you feel hungry, you want to eat something that is hot, something light. This is just a picture of kanji. And you can keep a poop journal going forward. You can know, okay, at what time I ate this meal and how long did this meal take to exit out of my body. Many people cannot get this done. They're chronically constipated. That's the definition of chronic constipation. If you're not going to the bathroom every single day, multiple times a day, you're chronically constipated. I want to show you guys some other tools on the market that can also help you get rid of that waste material. This is colon hydrotherapy or colonic. Now, what this does is that they're going to have you lay down on this apparatus with your feet kicked up. The colon hydrotherapists, they're going to put in hot water through the rectum to start help you excavate that waste material sitting inside of you. Because many of you have so much waste material sitting inside the colon. This is where you begin. You may not want to do my protocol right away. My protocol may be appropriate for those individuals who are mildly constipated. But if you're chronically constipated, you may have to go see the colon hydrotherapist and get a colonic done a couple times in a week just to get that waste material out, to divide and conquer this problem. When you do a colonic, they only clean out the colon. They cannot reach your small intestines. Can you see why when I started beginning at my presentation with human physiology, teaching you guys the length of these pipes, so that small intestines, 4.5 meters, 15 feet. Okay, large intestines, 1.5 meters, 5 feet. The colonic only deals with that 1.5 meters. So you guys go grab yourself a book on human physiology, go to the local library, many free books online. Study this out for yourself. Do not believe anything that I say. You should always verify. Now I'm going to get into a section about liabilities concerns. Now, I got somebody on my YouTube. Welcome. Who's here? Yeah, who's here on my YouTube? You guys have any questions for me? Just ask. I can see your comments. And I can go over any slides that you want me to review. A toxin megacolon works like this. This is the colon, complication, inflammatory bowel diseases. This is just waste material the body could not get rid of. This did not come out of a silverback gorilla, it came out of a human being. Okay, so you got characterized by swelling and dilation of large intestines, Due to the inflammation, accumulation of large amount of gas, and those are just feces. They have so many surgeries lined up for you. You want to study up on these surgeries to give you a healthy dose of fear, so you can begin to recognize your early signs of chronic constipation and fix it right away, instead of just sitting around on your hands and always putting it on the back burner and be like, oh, this is not important. I know plenty of friends out there, they don't go to the bathroom 2, 3, 4 days at a time. Listen, so this is a left hemicolectomy. They remove this descending portion part of your colon and they do some plug and play like a USB port, rejoining the remaining sections. Over here, they remove this tail portion of your descending portion of the colon. Well, once they do that, they're going to have to do another surgery. They're going to put a hole called a stoma in the abdominal wall, install this colostomy bag. So you're going to have to manage this colostomy bag for the rest of your life. And most people, they have no awareness of any of this stuff. It's not on their radar. So they never look into it until the problem is so severe, then they finally go to the doctor. And the doctor is going to push them to do these types of surgeries. Over here, you have the right hemicolectomy. Doctors decided that, hey, your ascending portion of the colon is messed up, but don't worry, we're going to help you fix it up. Once they do that, they're going to do more plug and play. They're going to reattach the small intestines to the remaining section of the colon. Over here on the right hand side, this is called ileoanal anastomosis. What this is that they remove the colon completely. After they remove it, they're going to reuse your small intestines and create a pouch around the anus. Now, you'll continue to eliminate waste over here through the anus, but very likely you'll have watery bowel movements, or you're going to be on adult diapers for the rest of your life. Ulcerative colitis, also very common. Inflammation in the colon. We're in an era where people are just popping in non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, aspirin, ibuprofen, or even antibiotics. It seems like whatever situation you're going through, doctors prescribe antibiotics. When you take them over and over, that's going to mess up your microbiome, your probiotics. You're losing that protective layer. And your surface of that colon become ulcerative, and you're dealing with diarrhea, bloody stools, abdominal cramping. And what doctors usually do in a situation like this is say, well, we're going to prescribe you corticosteroids or immunosuppressants. That's what they do. And when you prescribe these different types of medications, they will give you some type of temporary relief. Your symptom flare-ups may go away in the short term, but you're not resolving problems at the root. Crohn's disease, another form of IBD. What are some of the symptoms? You may be dealing with diarrhea, stomach aches or cramps, blood in the stools. This is inflammation in the small and large intestines, very problematic. And when people are dealing with this, what do? Immunosuppressants. Rectal prolapse, very common. When you're chronically constipated, you always sit in the toilet or you have severe straining. As a result, your rectum flips inside out. Many elderly people have this, but let me tell y'all, this is not just people that are older. Many young people are dealing with rectal prolapse because they're chronically constipated, as they are severely straining on the toilet. They have this feel like, I'm almost there. I am almost there, right? And you persist in that struggle, and that's how you can get that rectus prolapse. When you go to your general practitioner, they're going to send you to a proctologist. They said that, well, we're going to examine you down there, snap on their latex gloves, and they say, well, you may have some anal fissures. These are cracks, splits, breakages. Could be very painful. And they're going to take a quick look at the colorectal problem. They're going to identify, well, you may have some anal abscesses and fistulas. These are infected cavities filled with pus near the anus or rectum. You may have some prolapses, or many people are dealing with internal or external hemorrhoids. These are swollen veins. At one point, even I was going to the pharmacist and picking up that preparation H. It's the only thing that I know at the time. It's like, I did not know how to fix my chronic constipation. When you have chronic constipation, you go down that path of developing hemorrhoids, and it gets worse and worse. You may have erectile prolapse, you may have anal abscesses and fistulas all over the face, or fissures. But the rectal, whatever dealing with, your proctologist is going to give you surgeries. They're going to say, in and out. We'll get this done in an hour and a half, fix you up. But did you really resolve the root of the problem? That's why, once again, studying human physiology, if you're still chronically constipated upstream in your colon, it is still backed up with feces, fecal matter. You're not getting that resolved. And over time, you're going to be going back to the proctologist, fixing colorectal problems, because you haven't fixed chronic constipation. What other things could happen to you if you don't fix chronic constipation? You may be experiencing something called fecal and vomiting. People are posting on Facebook pages, has anyone vomited fecal matter because it couldn't go down? What did you need to do about it? That is some messed up situation people are in. Well, people are saying, well, please go to DR. This is very dangerous. So what is fecal and vomiting? In the earlier slide that I had, you guys can go back up and take a look. We had that megacolon, right? So people are eating, waste material not exiting out of the large intestines, but you still get hungry. You continue to eat. Well, with that waste material, it's going to work its way backwards through your small intestines, that 4.5 meters, that 15 feet. And eventually, all that waste material is going to work its way back into your stomach. You're going to get that violent reverse peristalsis to throw up your own feces. This is an article, I believe it was in PubMed. In a 2-year period at the LA County Harbor General Hospital, there were 23 cases of this. That's about 1 per month, so you can extrapolate out these numbers across the thousands of hospitals in the United States. People are also posting publicly online. I've covered up their names. Why are people posting online in all these constipation forums? Because they're desperate. They have tried so many things and nothing is working. Their problems persist. Can you put yourself in the shoes of individuals that are going through incredible pain? Somebody is saying, I'm impacted. All home remedies, OTC, laxatives, enemas, dietary changes, addition, nutritional oils, quit working last month all of a sudden. The ER can reach it, and their enemas didn't work. Their highest doses of lenses, that's nothing. And the Miralax colonoscopy prep giving me overflow diarrhea. Small bits are coming off the impaction, probably from the hospital enemas I got Saturday. What else can I do? I feel like the impaction just waiting to get out. Seems like nothing is softening it enough. Isn't that just a nightmare? Put yourself in the shoes of an individual. So over here, you can break this down, right? So OTC, over-the-counter laxatives. They went to the CVS, went to the Walgreens, and over here, they ended up at the ER. Okay, so they end up at the hospital. Over here, the highest doses of lenses. Well, to get lenses, you need to be going to a GI doctor, this prescription strength laxative. Over here, hello, I've been struggling with severe chronic constipation a couple years now, but it's only gotten worse over the last 6 months or so. I've been prescribed Trulance and lenses, highest doses for both, and neither of those medications are working very well for me at this point. I can pass a little bit of stool, but not much, so I'm constantly extremely backed up and spend about half my waking hours lying down because I'm so bloated and nauseous and often in pain. As far as OTC laxatives, nothing really works there. Docolas, enema, suppositories, magnesium citrate, nothing works. I was supposed to have a colonoscopy today, but couldn't keep the bowel prep down. The procedure had been rescheduled for a month from now, and one of the nurses in my GI office prescribed a pill-based cleanse. The pill is Cosutab, and I was warned ahead of time that patients often had trouble completely emptying their bowels with this pill. So given my struggles, I'm doubtful that this will actually work for me. So here's my question. Has anyone here gone to the point where nothing works? Meds were OTC laxatives and had to have sort of in-office medical procedure done? I'm so sick and so miserable. What about fresh colonics? I'm not even sure how those work. If anyone has any advice or experience with this, I'd be very grateful. If you could share with me what you ended up doing and what the outcome was like. Thank you. This is what happens when you don't really resolve problems at the root. And this person took a lot of initiative, went to the GP, went to primary care told him, all right, go to the GI doctor. So this person went to the GI doctor, but one thing led to the next, one to the next, next to the next. This person continues to struggle for years now, and is only getting worse. So I'm telling you, the paths that people are taking, or they're recommending you to take, they're complete dead ends. They're complete detours. Okay? And you may be wondering, well, what's really bothering this person? What could be causing that intestinal obstruction? They've already tried all these different things, and now they're doing colonoscopies, right? It just gets very complicated. Well, most GI doctors, or even doctors in general, they never really look into internal parasites. And we're going to talk about this today, just a little bit. I'm going to give you guys some resources that can help you, because many people, they are ignoring internal parasites. If you talk to a lot of doctors, they might even roll their eyes at you, they might scoff at you, or even gaslight you for even mentioning this, because they think that, oh, this is only limited to people that are in developing countries, third world countries. This could never happen in Switzerland. This could never happen in the United States, in Canada, in Sweden. Incorrect. Liver flukes, okay, pinworms, tapeworms, roundworms, they don't care about what kind of passport you hold. So I'm going to go through these one by one. These are full-blown organisms. We're not even talking about single-cell protozoans. A lot of these parasites, they can grow to such an incredible size, you don't even need a microscope to see them. So let's talk about them right here. People are finding worms in their whole food salmon, finding worms in Costco salmon, all right? And over here in the Rio Canadian Superstore, Alberta man gets first known Canadian case of worms from grocery store raw salmon. He wasn't the first, and I can guarantee you, he's not going to be the last. In Japan, there's a very interesting museum. It has 60,000 parasites in their collection. So there are people collecting parasites. They have a parasite museum. The United States also has a national parasite collection. They got 100,000 different parasites cataloged, with an annual growth rate of 1,000 to 1,500 specimens per year. So that tells you our knowledge base regarding parasites is only growing year over year. Go pick up these books, Century of Parasitology, Veterinary Parasitology. Guys, look at the Library of Congress, or you can go to archive.org, find a lot of great books and resources on this topic. You want to study both, because a lot of the parasites that you're dealing with could be coming from your pets. Your pets become vectors. Okay? So whatever parasites your pets are struggling with, they can attach themselves to you. And that's another thing a lot of doctors don't look into. A lot of vets don't look into this until you really ask them, hey, maybe my pets, they need a parasite cleanse, right? Because they know it's a big money maker. Liver flukes, they first hatch in water, and once they grow to a certain size, they're going to first work their way up through the food chain. They're going to attack an intermediate host, such as a snail, grow to a certain size, leave the snail, and land off on some vegetation. Over here, you have the cow or the sheep that consume that vegetation, and that's how this liver fluke continues to survive. You guys go look up this video later, just type in Animal Planet liver flukes. This lady was struggling with liver flukes for years. There were times she went to the ER and she was in incredible amounts of pain. But after running through all these different tests at the ER, they found nothing wrong with her and told her to go home. Isn't that frustrating? Because many doctors, they're not trained to look for this. If you're in the ranching business, they have to deal with liver flukes every year for their cattle and their sheep. And over here on the left, this is the Liver King. He's recommending his followers to eat raw liver as a nutritional supplement. Now, you may be eating liver flukes or liver fluke eggs. That's how they get into your body. Your liver has a lot of nutritional value because it stores vitamins and minerals, and also has glycogen, regulates blood sugar levels. And liver flukes love to target the liver, or people are experimenting with raw meats, steak tartare. this is the French version, Korean version, or you're rushing through Korean barbecue, you're going to get parasites. This is the tapeworm. Tapeworms, this is the rostellum, that's their teeth, okay? And they have different suckers on their body to anchor itself onto your intestinal walls, so they're not going anywhere. And how they work up through the food chain, over here they hatch in water, first get inside the crustacean. Crustacean gets eaten by a fish, a small fish, and the small fish gets consumed by a bigger fish, and now you are eating this raw salmon or whatever you're eating, and that's how that tapeworm gets inside your body. There are also tapeworms, specific tapeworms for your cows and also for beef. You study up on their anatomy. Over here, that's their head, and over here, that's their reproductive system. They are hermaphrodites. They're very good at doing two things. They know how to survive and replicate. Let's just imagine you have a one beef tapeworm, and this tapeworm had 1,000 progonids. Each progonid can produce 100,000 eggs. We're dealing with 100 million eggs. You have death by 1,000 cuts with these parasites. And since doctors don't look into this, you continue to persist in your problems. You might be coming down with autoimmune diseases, all sorts of different problems. And you're just going from one medication to the next, never really resolving this. Somebody in Thailand, they pulled out a tapeworm that was 59 feet, or roughly 18 meters. That's the type of intestinal obstruction I'm talking about. Your waste material is not going out because you have so much parasite sitting inside of you that is obstructing the way. So people that are eating intestine products, sushi, sashimi, seafood, hot pot, you're going to have a lot of risk. Roundworms are very common in your pets, cats, dogs, rabbits, ducks. According to PubMed, or according to CDC, estimated 800 to 1.2 billion people worldwide are infected with this roundworm, Ascaris. Don't you think that's a lot? 800 million to 1.2 billion worldwide. This is somebody getting all their roundworms extracted out of their colon. If you're experiencing unexplained stomach cramps or pain, nausea, unexplained weight gain, swollen lymph nodes, digestive problems, constipation, diarrhea, persistent gas, skin conditions, rashes, eczema, hives, and itching, your parasites are taking your resources. At the same time, they still have to use the bathroom right inside your body. So that's why your body is chronically inflamed. This is not pasta from the Olive Garden. These are roundworms getting extracted out of a human being. Cysticercosis, because of parasites, they can develop different types of cysts inside your body. They could take place inside your liver. Very common in your pets. This is a tapeworm getting pulled out of a cat. Over here, these are roundworms getting expelled out of American bully. Parasites, what are their attributes or their characteristics? High reproductive rate, adaptability, strength in numbers, stamina, and survival. This is a botfly getting pulled out of a cat's nasal cavity. Botflies are very common in Africa, and they can also attack human beings. So if you're eating undercooked meats or raw meats, you have risk. If you're drinking contaminated water when you travel abroad, you don't know how to purify that water, don't know how to filter that water, there's risk. If you are letting your pets lick all over you, there's definitely a lot of risk with that as well. Over here, if you're eating raw vegetables, there's also risk doing that. Now you may be wondering what happened to my immune system. Don't I have white blood cells that can help me identify these pathogens and eliminate them? Of course you do. Unfortunately, many people, you're dealing with such a weakened immune system. Many people, they are dealing and taking corticosteroid therapy, taking a lot of corticosteroids. When you're on corticosteroid therapy, you are telling your immune system don't go to work. You have a weakened immune system. In that environment, your parasites continue to thrive and replicate. This is another individual, they're getting roundworms pulled out of their liver. So parasites, they're going to seize you. Then they're going to breach. They can penetrate through the intestinal walls. They penetrate through the intestinal walls because there's leaky gut problems, or you're dealing with ulcerative surfaces. Then they're going to occupy another part of your body. Then they're going to capitulate your organs one by one. Roundworms, according to PubMed, this is affecting almost 1 billion people worldwide from all socioeconomic classes. So if you see small little children, they're scratching their behind, or even adults, very likely pinworms. Now today we only talked about a few major internal parasites, but there are so many more. There are single cell protozoal websites. Some of them, they attack your red blood cells directly. So now you are struggling with the lack of oxygen. Okay, because if they're attacking your red blood cells, then you have a lot of problems with that as well. So look these guys up. Malaria is an example of single cell protozoan parasites. So I'm going to go through these. You want to look into these different herbal blends, okay, or even OTC medications under the guidance of your doctor, naturopathic doctor. Clove bud, wormwood extract, okay, garlic extract, oregano extract. There are many different products on the market. You want to look them up and study them up for yourself. Wormwood black walnut extract. This is Vermox or Mebezidol. A lot of these OTC meds, you can find them very, very inexpensive all over the world. Intestine Pro, this is more of an herbal product. Intestinal Edge, these are more herbal blends. This is a picture of a CT scan of a cysticercosis patient. So parasites that go outside of the digestive system, anywhere they can attack you, they're going to do it. So people that are dealing with uterine fibroids could be parasites. They're finding all these calcified resemblance of grains of rice in the soft tissue of the lower extremities. These are parasites. Or parasites, they have gone outside and they are starting to attack the brain. People showing up to the hospital, epileptic seizures, headaches. This is an MRI scan. This person is struggling with internal parasites in the brain. So look up these products. This is Paragard for humans and over for your pets. They have herbal blends for your pets as well. This one is using oregano extract, black walnut extract, pumpkin seed, Oregon mountain grapefruit, wormwood extract. Okay, so you want to talk to your veterinary professional, find the winning combination for your cats and dogs. So detoxing this water, highly recommend. You got to get good, really proficient at detoxing the small and large intestines first, at least 4 times. Start with once a week. You must be proficient at this. Later on, then you can have the confidence of taking anti-parasite herbs 3 days in a row. And after you take them 3 days in a row, on the 4th day, you detox the small and large intestines again to flush out all the dead parasites. If you don't have that prerequisite in place, many people, they just want to get rid of parasites. And they start taking these herbal blends or taking OTC medications, and they feel extremely sick afterwards. They have their Herxheimer reaction. Fever, chills, diarrhea, constipation, or combination of all that. The reason why that is, if you're chronically constipated now, and you take the herbal blends, you're going to have a whole bunch of dead parasites on top of your chronic constipation. Of course you're going to feel awful afterwards. Divide your problem, okay? Divide and conquer your problem. Don't try to do everything all at one time. I'm going to just touch base a little bit on liver health. Over the past 2 years, I learned how to get the gallstones out of the gallbladder. There is a very specific protocol that I follow every 2 weeks, and that has also helped with my health, general health overall. This is the liver. You want to study up on the anatomy first before doing anything with it. This is the common bile duct. It is also connected to the gallbladder, connected to your pancreas. This is the beginning part of the small intestines, where the very, very top section of your digestive system over here, that's your stomach, right? over here. This juncture right here is so important. It has so many responsibilities. Many people are going down on these stages of liver damage. Your liver is a filter. It is filtering your blood 24/7, 365. It's filtering 250 gallons of blood every single day. And if you're an athlete, that number is going to be much higher. And over time, because of our environmental situations, we eat a whole bunch of crap. Our air is crap. People are smoking, people are drinking alcohol, and they wonder why they're going through the stages of liver damage. Well, you got to reverse the tide way before. You got to find ways to reverse this. Maybe you have a fatty liver right now. You got to find ways to alleviate that stress. Many people, they just have a liver that is full of trash they don't know how to get rid of. Now, you got to first get rid of the waste material from the gallbladder, and later on, if you're persistent with the liver and gallbladder cleanse, you're going to be able to get the congestion out of the liver as well, because inside of your liver, you have a lot of these hepatic ducts, and inside the hepatic ducts, there could be pockets of congestion, there could be intrahepatic stones, right? And over time, they could be escorted out into this common hepatic duct, into the common bile duct, into your duodenum. But if you try to explain this to a lot of doctors, they just don't believe you. Okay, so nothing I say is professional medical advice, diagnosis, treatment. This is a gallbladder. Somebody's just never really dealt with their gallbladder, and the doctor, they're going to just cut it out. That's the gallbladder right here. They removed this gallbladder full of stones, right? I'm telling you, there are ways to get these stones out of your body. Is it going to be easy? No. Okay? What are some of the benefits of liver detox? No more joint pains, deeper sleep, faster recovery from sports, restore libido health, faster metabolism, faster hair and nail growth, overall youthfulness, run longer, lift heavier without supplementations. If you don't fix your gallbladder, they're going to put 4 holes into you and remove it. And this is very profitable for them. At least 1.2 million surgeries per year in the US alone. This is a $5.5 billion industry before all the post-surgery medications and complications. Same thing with your kidneys. The kidneys, they're filtering about 50 gallons of blood every single day. That's why I do this in order. Major on the majors. If you can fix your liver, it's going to provide such a lift off your kidneys. And study up on the different stages of liver damage. What can you do to get the waste material out of the kidneys? What can you do right now through your nutrition alone, through your drinking more water, electrolytes, resting? That's going to all help your kidney to function a lot better. But there are ways to help dissolve the congestion inside the kidneys or kidney stones that you may have. So over here, I want you guys to just look into, if you are dealing with problems with your prostate, don't just try to fix the prostate. Think about what's upstream. If you're dealing with kidney problems, or you may be dealing with bladder problems, and you may be dealing with prostate problems. The filters are not working correctly. They're going to provide more stress downstream, upstream, downstream. Just like the proctologist, they're fixing the colorectal problem. But if you still have problem upstream with your colon, still full of trash, I don't care what type of procedures you make downstream. This is going to come back again and again. Now, if you want to avoid dialysis, you want to begin working on fixing your kidneys way before any of that stuff happens. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's growing with a CAGR close to 8%, this compound annual growth rate. So by 2032, you can expect this industry to be about $180 billion. They love that recurring revenue, right? So what are you doing in 2025? You're still sitting on your hands. Detox in this order. Detox the small and large intestines, parasite detox, liver and gallbladder flush, kidney cleanse, heavy metal detox, restore these daily KPIs. Right? Many of y'all, you're not doing proper urination, you don't have proper hydration, if you're not drinking enough water, you're going to dealing with chronic constipation. You got to restore daily bowel movements. Next, you got to sweat. You have to somehow make yourself sweat. You may have to go to a sweat lodge, you may go to a sauna, or you buy yourself a portable sauna. They're quite inexpensive now, under $200. You can buy one for your house. Many people, they're not doing any of these KPIs, these key performance indicators. You have Thanksgiving, people are overeating. A couple weeks later, you're overeating again for Christmas. And then you are binge drinking for New Year's. And if you're Asian, if you're dealing with Chinese New Year, you're eating multiple meals for Chinese New Year. A couple weeks later, you have Valentine's, and then you're overloading yourself with sugar. You're doing all these things to your body, and you're wondering why it's getting sick. You're eating on top of chronic constipation. Not only that, there's so many things that are currently off your radar screen, such as parasites, that you never really looked into for most of your life. So for the next 30 days, I want you guys to do research on parasites. To study one parasite per day. I don't care if you find the photos very scary. You have to keep on looking at them, studying until they have no fear over you. Because you often avoid or evade things that you fear. But you want to face them face on, okay? Of course, once again, this is not professional medical advice, diagnosis, treatment. My name is John. I do provide protocols you guys can purchase. You guys can check out my link tree, okay? I'm gonna put them in the comments. Somebody's here on my YouTube. Just reach out to me. Okay, what questions do you have right now? I can help you answer. Put them in the comment section. And if you have to go over anything you like. So I'm just gonna open up for Q&A. And I'm going to check on my other social medias as well, even though I don't think people are on them. I'm just looking for any possible Q&As. So over here, I'm going to set this on kick. 2025 constipation crisis. Are you still carrying over last year's load? So over here, let's talk about what I offer. Now, if you want to just clean out your small and large intestines and also do the parasite detox, this is the program to get. The Dad Bod to Summer Bod Challenge. This is for men and women. Doesn't matter. I'm just saying. Over here, this is a fill out the questionnaire. If you want to work with me one-on-one, fill out this questionnaire. If you want to work with me with a 60-minute coaching call, you guys can order one here. Tips are very, very welcome. A lot of y'all, you've been watching my videos for free and you're getting a lot of great results. Feel free to tip me. Over here, if you want to work with me one-on-one, this is a whole health transformation, multiple calls in a month. Work with me here. Many of y'all, you may be downloading all these free videos online, or you're downloading free PDFs online. It's just another file in your download folder. You don't do anything with it. That's why your health is not changing. That's why you have to invest in your health. People are dropping thousands of dollars on a meme coin. I see this all the time. People are on deck screener. I know a little bit about how that stuff works. I'm just saying, you're willing to drop thousands and thousands of dollars, but you're not even going to spend thousands on your own personal health. Well, what are your priorities? What are you trying to achieve? You're not going to achieve any of your goals without vibrant health. Over here, I do have some PDFs. These are very inexpensive. I think they're only $8 for now. I may up this. This is the No BS Guide to the Digestive System, Weight Loss Secret. This is to get rid of internal parasites, better skin, and lose weight. Improve your liver health, increase energy and sex drive. These are all PDFs over here. This is the liver and gallbladder cleanse protocol. I just completed this a couple weeks ago, but this is not where you want to jump into right away. You want to first get very proficient with my first protocol first. Once you have that in place for at least a few months, then you can think about doing the liver and gallbladder cleanse. There are prerequisites when it comes to detoxing. And over here, well, that's for something else. That's for if you're interested in swing trading. I also teach that as well. But thanks so much for watching this video. I want to just be on here for the next couple of minutes. Hello, YouTube. Pop in with your questions, whatever questions that you may have. Any particular size you want me to review, I can certainly do that for you. But let me know, in the comments below. So I see people are putting in these emojis, right? So who's actually here? Is it South Carolina? What's going on? If it's South Carolina, listen, have you done my protocol? Alright, somebody's definitely looking at this. How can I help you? Listen. Who is on here? Don't be shy. What questions do you have? Like, where are you? What I want to ask you is, where are you on your detox journey? Have you done any of the protocols that I've outlined thus far? So type it in the comments. I think it's just one person on here. Well, I just want to thank you for joining the call. If you don't have any questions for me, it's perfectly fine. And you can also reach out to me on X. Okay. My message box is open. So you can reach out to me on there with any specific questions you have. Let's go from there. But do whatever you need to do to invest in your health in 2025 and beyond. This is a long game, right? So every single year I'm learning something new, but I'm also applying it. So over here. You see this? I mentioned to the doctor and got the reaction you talked about. The doctor said that thinking about parasites is stupid. Guys, there's so much gaslighting in the medical industrial complex, you have to be very careful because sometimes they'll tell you it's all in your head. You're feeling this discomfort. You're feeling a lot of pain and discomfort. They run a whole bunch of tests, but they don't find anything. Next thing that you find out is like, oh, they're going to refer you to a psychotherapist. All right. Let me tell you how psychotherapist is spelled out. Psycho, la, therapist, la rapist, psycho, the rapist. That's how you spell psychotherapist. All right. And they're going to prescribe you with a whole bunch of different drugs. And now you're going to be another hole because it's very tough to come out of those drugs. They make you dependent. You could become very dependent on those drugs, or the withdrawal symptoms are crazy. So I'm telling y'all, go to YouTube. What's the homework? Animal Planet. Gonna help you guys right here. And that's where you can start. You know, these are not fun videos to look at. Animal Planet. That will be the first one. But Animal Planet, they did an entire series with this. So when you type this in, parasites eat a woman's liver. And if you look down even farther on this whole series, they have so many other here. Disease-cleft liver fluke, over a deadly parasite living in her blood. Worms are eating my lungs. These guys were all produced by Animal Planet. And the more you look into this, the better. Okay? Because you don't want to end up the hospital and you didn't take any preventative measures for yourself or with your family members. Here we go. The life cycle of the liver fluke. Alright. And over here you can study different communities. So over here, I think they could be in Cambodia. They have this dish which is eating completely raw fish. So see how they prepare, they marinate the fish. I don't do with any of that. I mean, I stopped eating sushi. Listen, I'm Asian. Do you understand that? I've been eating liver fluke over here. Why is this a liver fluke? Let's take a look. So what animal is this, first of all? Could this liver fluke be that big? That's crazy. What animal is this? I don't even know. So, once again, thanks so much for watching this video. Reach out to me with any questions. Get coaching, get my PDFs, get my programs, work with me one-on-one, all the above. Have an amazing rest of your week. Appreciate you for being on this call. Give you lots of hearts. And I'll talk to you soon.